What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and this is kind of a weird circumstance because for some reason the vocal audio got kind of corrupted for like the first half of this episode. It really turned into kind of like a long-winded episode in which I did all sorts of stuff just ad nauseum, and I lost track of time, and this episode was like an hour long. And so what I'm going to try and do in order to condense that is I'm doing this commentary after the fact. This is me watching the footage while I'm talking right now, and we were trying to solve a puzzle where you can see on screen right at this moment or a few moments ago, it said that we had to stand in a certain spot where the shadows cross from all these pillars in this room in order to make this work properly. Now, this part took me upwards of about 20 minutes to solve, because what had happened is, you know that big blue orb that our wizard is carrying around? It's actually offsetting a lot of the shadows, and it made it very, very difficult. And so the place that we need to be, if you're looking at the screen right now, is right where I just circled. And so we're going to go over there in just a moment. I'm going to put all the torches back, and I'm going to try and edit this down as best as possible, because I don't want to do like an hour-and-a-half episode. Things tend to go wrong with the rendering of really, really long, really huge data files. And so basically, I'm going to edit it down. We have to stand over in that spot, and I'm going to save you basically 20 minutes of me just wandering around, just kind of bitching and moaning. And it's going to be the spot that we're standing on right this second. So let's cut to the point where I solve it. We have to stand in that spot, and then we have to throw an object to the east and to the north. So let's do that. As you can see, I'm standing at the spot that I pointed it out. Yes, this is still post-commentary. I'm actually sitting on a post while I do this, and we throw two objects off in two different directions. You'll see that that door opens right there, and we get the Valor armor, which is really, really awesome. So we've got the Cuirass of Valor, and we're so close to getting our Tier 0 set for our warrior, and it is going to be incredible once we get it done. After this point, I'm just going to pick up all my daggers, go back off to the portal, and we're going to jump up through that, where we're going to be faced with a puzzle that gave me a little bit of pause, and also it allowed me to do some alliteration, because the puzzle gave me pause, and unfortunately it made me ponder using my, I don't know, I can't think of a word that starts with P for brain. I know there is one. Well, P-brain, I guess. I guess I could just, that could be the most literal sense. I could be like, I used my P-brain. And so as you're seeing right now, I'm comparing armor, doing something. We should jump up into the teleporter very, very shortly. We'll move that around. I dropped the armor that we had previously on the ground because I didn't really feel the need to carry it around with us anymore. I mean, we're already so encumbered. But this is the puzzle right here that really sort of ruined my life. This puzzle totally sucks. So on both sides of us, there's nasty little faces that like to barf all over us and poison us the moment that we step into their area. That's right, they don't like anybody in their headspace. This space is theirs, and they will not allow anybody to be up in it. Now, what we've got right here is there's a button underfoot, and we're going to sleep for a couple moments. I didn't realize that we were going to sleep right as I tried to explain what the puzzle was, but I'm going to explain the puzzle. This took me a long time to solve. I'm going to cut to the best bits, and then the second half of this episode, the audio is perfectly fine. So you're still going to get like a 45-minute episode, but there's a button underneath us that has this trap door right here in front of us. You can't see it. I'm kind of looking at it right now, but it's that one in the square in front of us. And then there's one that opens and closes on the opposite side of that. And so what you've got to do is there's a portal that appears, and you've got to lock this button down that's underneath our feet. You've got to step over there, and then you've got to step across while the portal is down in order to do it. And you can also weigh this down on the left-hand side with something. You're not going to be able to see it, but I'll cut to that part in just a second too. And so, after pinning down the button, which you'll see right here, we take the skull and we plop it on down. I spent a good 25 minutes just falling this hole over and over and over again. And so every single one of these, watch this, right there. Me falling down this hole over and over again, those are all different deaths right there that I'm showing you in the background. Like, seriously, I did this forever. This puzzle makes me sad. But finally, I figured it out. And the thing is about this puzzle is that you've kind of got to step across it early before the sparkles disappear. There's a weird delay in the animation where you're supposed to step into the sparkles while they're still up, and you won't get teleported, and so you've got to go a little bit early. And so we flip the switch here, which then flips the switch on the other side. We go through the grate, and voila, we managed to make it through the door on the other side. This rewards us with a gold key, which we then bring back to the location that I'm going to be showing you right now, where all the walls will slide up at this point right here. And you've got to take the golden key back to the big room that we were at previously, where there was like all those statues that were asking riddles. That's basically where we had to go back to from here. And so I'll cut that in right about now, and you'll see that's where we pretty much left the episode, because I wandered around for about 25 minutes talking about nothing, and generally just kind of complaining about the fact that puzzles were ruining my life once again. I'm pretty sure that that solves up the little period where I'm doing this post-commentary, so that should put us back. The second half of the audio was fine, and so here it goes. I'll see you there. What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to Legend of Grimrock. I finally had to look something up. I had no idea in this part. I played for a while, to be honest. I don't even know. I just sat here for probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours, just like wandering around trying to figure out what I should be doing. And the reason none of these clues made any sense to me is actually because I didn't have most of the items you needed in order to do this. This part was a little bit, I guess if you... in retrospect, some of the clues make sense, but like this one over here, I have no idea. So this one, Unraveler of Mysteries, you're supposed to put this key over here. Like, how would you know, like, how is a key an Unraveler of Mysteries? Like, I don't really understand how you were supposed to get a key out of that hint. The other ones sort of make sense. So Severed Dread was the next most obtuse one, which is just a severed skull, I guess. These two over here, I think I probably would have got if I had stared at it long enough. I mean, Tear of the Land is a rock, which we didn't even have, so I had to go find a rock, which took a while. That was another 25-minute walk to go find a rock. And so we found a rock, and then the final one over here is an arrow. And so that one, I've just got to fess up, I gave up. After an hour and a half of just like staring at this, not really knowing the game's bane, I feel like I was being a little dumb with that one, because that one makes sense in retrospect, but the other ones, especially the Unraveler of Mysteries, a key is not an Unraveler of Mysteries. Like, I guess if you really I suppose if you really metaphorize it, I guess. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. The game has gotten to the point where I'm just like, oh my god, please just, where is the end? Where can we get out of here? Because everything is just worse than the thing before. Now then, I don't mean worse as in bad game, I mean every puzzle just keeps getting worse, and honestly, definitely starting to mentally drag a little bit, especially with this puzzle back here, just like, the last 3 or 4 puzzles have all just been kind of like meh to me. So, hopefully we're done with the puzzles that are really strange and kind of rely on way too much foresight. I mean, kudos to you if you managed to solve this one without anybody telling you, because if you didn't bring any skulls or any rocks along with you, that in and of itself pretty much precludes you from solving it. I mean, I think the last skull we picked up was 2 floors ago, so if you don't have a skull, good luck. I guess they were just assuming most people would take the Minotaur thing. Does this go here? No, that does not go there. Okay, so we're still missing another key. But we're back on the horse now, so hopefully everything will be fine from here on out. I'm hoping that they do away with some of these weird sort of abstraction puzzles that they've been throwing at us. Or at least puzzles that relied on light sources and things. I didn't really care about the torch puzzle, it just took me a little while. I worked through that one. But the stepping puzzle was definitely timed oddly. And then, so you can either get some metal pants with a codpiece, just in case you need to keep your cod covered. It appears as though there's some kind of feathery hat in there, and a serpentine bracer that looks... Is that the same one? Those look like the same thing to me. Well, I'm assuming this gold key probably goes to here, because I'm remembering now, it looks kind of the same as the one we used for the previous treasure room, which was in the episode I accidentally deleted, so sorry about that. I think this is the book that gives you skill points. And not knowing what these are right here, and neither of these look like they're worth a gold key, I don't really know why you would take either of those. The pants would be nice, but it's kind of a limited buff versus like 5 skill points, which kind of a big deal. And so hopefully I'm right. I hope that's not some other brand of blue book that it's not what I think it is, but we'll give it a go. Okay, it's a Book of Infinite Wisdom, just like I was hoping it would be. We're going to throw that one on Randolph again, and allow him to have some skill points. Does that level you up? No, it doesn't level you up, it just gives you skills. It just flashes your level up thing. Okay. We're going to continue moving him along with spell power towards Archmage. And that's that. I suppose we need to track down that other key for the other door. And so since we've got kind of like a key task in front of us, we can't go any further until we do that. I suppose that's what we'll set out to do for adventures! What is this? Made from dead, guillotine man does not need me. That thing that I picked up on like the first floor. How crazy is that? I mean, it says the made from the dead. That was the only part that I really had any idea, but alright, I'm glad I carried that around forever. Zandul's Orb. Fireball and fire spells deal more damage. That sucks. If only we were a fire mage. We've yet to find like the icy staff of, I don't know, stafficating or something. So once the door opens, do I take the key back maybe? Will that... Let's try. Oh, that's where we were. Never mind, we gotta go back here. Never mind, don't listen to Splattercat. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe we have to take this. Okay, so we'll take this with us. I'll throw this in here. Bam. Alright, so that's done. Xandul's Orb. Let's set all this stuff side by side. 35 energy, in and of itself, is a pretty intense buff. So I'm thinking we throw those on. And then it's unfortunate that we don't have the Orb of Radiance anymore and we can't see. Because that does kind of... Maybe I'll cut something out in the middle and we'll just have him holding 2 balls for the rest of the adventure. There we go. He's got 2 magical balls and he grasps them throughout the adventure. It's okay. Everybody does it when nobody's around. Let's go ahead and go over here. Don't you worry about it, Wizard. Don't let anybody tell you it's not normal. You're not going to go blind. Nothing's going to go wrong with you. I mean, I suppose at the worst you might like distend a wrist or something. I'm not really sure. It would seem like you would really have to grasp those balls though to make it happen. I mean, it would be time and physically intensive. Off we go, and I am watching the walls right now and just checking for buttons or anything else. I might miss them, but you should be able to see both the runes and the normal buttons from this perspective. Oh shit! No, no, no! Please get frozen. Okay, so I'm gonna step back to here. Whew. Almost got me. Almost got me. Okay, so he's gonna do that. I think I may just stand my ground and attempt to perma-freeze him. Yeah, I think that was really the only option I had right there. Okay, so that was possibly like the worst place you could get trapped with an ogre. Wow. That was bad, and we were almost out of hallway. Like, we were legit almost out of hallway. I guess we could have retreated to here, but I'm going to chill right here for a second, not trying to be punny, given our predisposition towards frost spells. But I'm going to hold back for just a second, and we'll take a look at this. God, get some of our mana back. The mana is what... We should probably take that out of the sconce, too, just to make sure. I'm all paranoid about torches now. I'm so glad that, like, we're killing things again. The last 2 episodes really just sort of... They were time intensive. Like, I spent a lot of time, like, off camera with both of the last 2 episodes. And so there's probably, like, at least an hour and a half's worth of just, like, sweat, tears, and gnashing of teeth for each parts of those. It kind of reminds me of back in the day I played a game... Oh, what was the name of that game called? Shadowgate? It reminds me of Shadowgate, where you would just get stuck... and you would just wander around in circles, except Shadowgate you couldn't save, so eventually your torch would go out and you would die. You would have to restart and get all the way back to that point so that you could experiment with it again. God. It kind of reminds me of Shadowgate in this. Did I get turned around? No, it's actually spiraling. Okay. I'm gonna go kind of slow because, you know, ogres and things. I'm not trying to make any new giant... Oh, Christ. Absolutely not, ogre. Absolutely not. Oh, it didn't freeze him. How intensely crocalicious. Ah! No! I was like, get out of the way, get out of the way! But I got stuck. Because it queues up your actions, and so I was like spamming backwards and that way. And so, in my terror... Let's walk back, and I think there's a crystal around here somewhere, like right there. So we'll go back and get the crystal to res people up, because we don't know what challenges are ahead, and it's very possible that things... It's been... I thought I saw a button for a second. Anyways, it's been a while since they've sprung any new monster types on us, so I'm expecting the worst. 2 ogres is pretty bad, especially since they gave it to us in corridors. Increasingly long Wait. Oh, it closed behind me. How did that happen? But just a second ago, didn't we walk back out here? How did that close behind me? Oh no. Okay, so we're trapped in here now. I don't know what I stepped on or what I triggered to reset that. But we can't go back now. So I guess we'll plod forward, and unfortunately we'll have to swap the... Let's take a look at the levels. So Randolph, has he caught up yet? He did, actually. He's totally caught up. And so what'll happen is we'll give her the necklace that he's wearing right after we get out of here so that she regains the XP that she missed out on while she was dead. But there will be no going back for us, unfortunately. I didn't realize that that closed behind me. It let us go back just a second ago. I guess that once you step into here, the door closes maybe? Maybe I went one step too far. I couldn't hear it off in the distance, so I guess that's just something that we'll have to live with. Oh well. We definitely have a dead guy, though. Or a dead lady, anyways. Truffle Tongue's not looking so great. Her tongue is definitely not looking... Oh, good. There's stairs down that could lead to just about anything. Awesome. And so now we get to wait for a crystal. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to make do. There's no point kind of grousing about it and, you know, bitching and moaning. I guess there's... Because I was definitely thinking it. I was definitely thinking bitching and moaning things. I didn't say them yet, but I was thinking them. And so, I guess I'll just dispel that for now. Let's go ahead and we'll start off on a message of pop... A keyhole hidden back behind. Okay. A keyhole behind the curtain. That sounds vaguely sexual and Shakespearean. Anyways, we'll go back over here. Whoa, that was haunting for a second. Wow, that made me... Oh, I was gonna tell me there's not snakes in here. There are snakes in here, aren't there? What is this? The inner sanctum. Okay. God, that thing keeps scaring me over. That thing is creepy as hell. Keep looking at it, be like, yeah, if I was a little kid and I had to sleep in a room with that as my nightlight, I'd be done. I would just never sleep again. Let's go ahead and open up all the alcoves. It looks like that's a receptacle for us to place something into. I suppose I should have taken back the rock and the skull too, just in case they're useful in a red gem. Eh. It's funny that you can throw like everything in the game, just be like, meh. Okay, that didn't do anything for me. Let's play around with some switches. It sounded like it came from two directions at once. Oh, that's because it did. Oh, God. Oh, good. I got bit by a bug and it gave me disease. And me without my malaria pills. Fantastic. Lovely. Well, I don't remember what that does. I think it makes it so that something happens. Oh, you probably just don't regenerate. This room is kind of large and vacuous. Oh, I've been in here. Okay. Apparently I missed one. Maybe? No. Wait, what? Okay, so what does this one do? Alright, well there's two keyholes, I guess. Each one in like this little room right here. So we'll take note of that. So we got two keys we've got to find now. None of these murals or anything look too useful. Another note from 2 room. I've come to the realization that you can only traverse through the dungeon starting from the top of the mountain. I think the dungeon was designed that way. But why? Maybe it opens this gate over here. Maybe that's what I wasn't thinking about. Let's go. I pushed it a bunch of times, so chances are it's not even like working anymore. No, it doesn't go to that. Alright. Let's have a look around for buttons, secrets, or hidden levers of any kind. Whenever I use the word, whenever I say lever instead of lever, it reminds me because they would have, in the United States, there's like this soap called Lever 2000, and in the commercials it was always like some British lady like, Lever 2000. I don't know. It was, I don't know. And she says like, lever. Like, I don't know. So whenever I say lever instead of lever, I feel like I'm talking about soap or something. It's a weird thing to harken back to, but harken I have. I missed that button the last time we were here. I also missed a curtain, it looks like. What a bad actor I am. Missing the curtain, just being like, well, where do we proceed from here? I suppose I could throw those gloves on her. I didn't even think about it over the course of the last episode or two, but might be worthwhile. There we go. So that supplies me with another button to pin down. There's 2 alcoves, which leads me to believe that possibly there might be another gem. I'm not super sold. Let me put that back on my main character here in the front because I keep everything important on the first character. It's my organizational method. It's what I do. The inner sanctum. Does the gem do anything over here? Well, it appears not. Throwing the gem at the door. God, that thing keeps scaring me. It needs to stop that. It looks like there's a key in there, and there's a key in there. So that's more than likely the keys to the 2 sides, judging by the way the place is built. And then we've got the gem. We left the gloves there. Okay, let's go see if this opened the gate on the other side. That's the only thing I can think of, maybe, is that you pin that down, and it doesn't open this over here. There's a lever right there. I think I might not be paying attention either because there's a door behind us that I wasn't even looking at. My dear. Oh no, that's okay. I've been paying attention just fine. I have no idea right now. No clue whatsoever. So let's go ahead and re-trigger this. Let's go back in here and check out every corner real fast. So with the keyhole there, there's nothing in this room that I can tell. It's a little bit dark though, so maybe I'll whip out a torch in a minute and just see if there's anything I can track down that way. Oh, there was another turn. I didn't go the right way. Okay, so that's fine. That's all perfectly fine and dandy then. I don't feel quite as confused as I did several moments ago. So we've got a round key. Go ahead and throw that right there, and it's got the little runey thing on it that has been adorning the walls throughout the course of our adventure. And that doesn't appear to do anything. And oddly enough, my game is stressing out right now. My frame rate's dropping hardcore. I may have to like return the game on or something. I don't know. Something weird is occurring with the game though. Interesting. I think it's related to the Orb of Radiance for some reason. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's weird. Okay. Does it do it with torches? It does. Strangely enough, my game has decided to have problems with the lighting system for some reason. Just arbitrarily. I've been at 60 frames for the entire playthrough, and it's just now just like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. So what happens? They wouldn't let me do that. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, so we need to be like right here. Is what I think about stuff and things. What we'll do is we'll just... Oh, Christ. I did something dumb. Okay, so there we go. The dumber the thing is that I do, the more kind of liberally Jesus features into my strategy. And so... I'm hoping that we do a little bit more fight. Ooh, yeah, get that combo! Akuma wins. Seeing as we are having, like, frontline prop... Luckily, those things aren't too nasty. Did I miss with my first shot? Because I'm definitely missing a couple of bolts here. I'm missing a number of bolts. And I don't see them anywhere. I'm missing 3 bolts. Anybody seen 3 bolts around anywhere? Anybody? Okay, there's 2. Oh, there's 3 right there. Okay, whatever. Apparently she fired 3 that time just to be cool, I guess. What is this? You likey... No, you know likey fire. Okay, so that's bad. Let's never do that again. I don't suppose that I can get my key back. I hope I haven't sabotaged myself by putting the key in the wrong slot right now. I suppose we'll find out in the next couple seconds. If we go across the other side and the gate isn't open, then we're going to be like... Rah! Into the depths of Legend of Grimrock despair, considering... God, I want my character back. Don't make me sing it like a Chili song. I will do it. How is that... I've noticed distinctively that it's never AoE'd my enemies in the squares next to wherever they impacted, but... Nah, take that. That's gotta be related for something. What? I'm not really sure, but it's... Who even remotely knows anymore with this game? Like, the last couple puzzles, at least to my perception, have been really kind of abstract, so I knew I should have brought the key over here. I feel like I've made a major mistake right now. Oh, maybe it wants a gem in its eye. I didn't think about that. Let's go back to the statue and maybe put a gem in its eye or something. Hold on. I bet this will work. I bet this won't work. No, he's not a Gemini. There's the joke. Well then. I have no idea. God, so many dead ends. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm looking at the map right now and I'm like blowing my own mind at the moment, but it's the end of the day. This is like the last episode that I'm recording after like an 8-hour recording sesh. And so I'm burned out at this point anyways. My brain is no longer functioning at all. So you say that this is part of this? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. So realistically, that would be part of that then, if you can get through it. Okay, well, let's figure it out. Assuming everything is symmetrical over here. I'm not symmetrical. Yeah, symmetrical. Assuming everything responds to the symmetry like I think it does. I want to know why that is there, though. That bothers me. Like, if this was just like an empty space, it wouldn't bother me. But the fact that there's like one of these big faces in here... I don't know. Like, the entire game, those little faces always do something, so... It makes me feel like I should probably, like, figure it out or something. Does there just have to be, like, something in here? I didn't hear anything. Still don't hear anything. Kind of wondering what this alcove is for. Yep, not hearing anything. Well, let's go back this way, and we'll check out this room now. We'll see if anything's sort of swapped around, although I sincerely doubt it. We've got to use the gemstone for something, but maybe it's for later on. We've got another one of those puzzling levels where I've got to have missed a button or something. Let's break out a torch here so that I can see a little bit better. Let's have a look around for buttons, because I'm thinking, aside from anything else, I am not really sure. We still have no idea what this Whoa! Oh, I bet there's another one over here, like one of the little catchy things. But how do we... Okay, so the button makes the face shoot a laser. And we've got to time that right, I bet. But still, there's nothing to catch it over here, so I bet when you do that, it opens it up on this side. You've got to time it out, but that still doesn't explain how we get into this little room right here. So this is the gate that we need right this second so that we can get at the other key, because if everything's sequential, like it was in the previous room, that means that I have overlooked something. I don't think there's anything you can do with these murals. In fact, I'm almost positive there's nothing you can do with these murals. Forgive me for a brief moment while I yawn. I still gotta go to the gym after all this too. I gotta get my workout on, because it's weird. I woke up earlier than ever today, but I think subscribing to an MMO has really sort of destroyed my time planning skills. I think that's where the problem lies. I've been really trying to figure out why I really feel behind over the course of the last week, and I'm pretty sure, and I mean, I don't mind feeling behind every now and again, as long as it's the right person and we feel that way about each other, but... Can I do anything with you? No? Giant, weird Cthulhu statue? Well, after not seeing anything down here, it's got to be somewhere else in the dungeon then. let's go back. God, I hate it when this happens. We're sort of stalled out right now. Not so positive what I'm looking for. Check all the walls for buttons one more time on this side because we know we checked the other side, and the other side was totally 100% clean, squeaky like it had soap run all over it. I'm thinking I'm going to have to ride the walkthrough pretty hard from now on because I have no idea with all this. Can I get my key back maybe? Is that a possibility? No, I can't get my key back. I feel like I messed up because I had a key and I used it right here. But then again, if we... I don't know. If I'd used the other key on that part over there, I think it may have opened that gate. Or maybe it didn't. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's difficult. Hindsight is being 20/20 right now. Although not really, because I don't know if that would work either. Still seeing absolutely... yeah, absolutely, positively zero buttons or other devices that can be switched on. Nothing there, obviously nothing there. Okay, I keep saying obviously, but that's just because I'm trying to reinforce to myself that I haven't figured this out yet. I don't think taking the torch is particularly helpful. We're in a little bit of a bind right now. Did I miss a note on the wall somewhere or something that would indicate what we might want to put into those two alcoves, possibly? Because I'm thinking that's where we've sort of fell off the wagon here. Those two alcoves are the only remaining thing that we haven't properly figured out. That one had a gemstone in it. Okay, and so the only thing I can think right here is that maybe this switch controls it. So we go back this way after flipping that switch, and maybe it lets us through here? How did I not notice that that gate closed when I took that gem? I'm actually legitimately confused as to how I didn't notice that. So what if I do this right here? It opens that one too. I thought did I put it in there? I thought I put it in, but wow. I was just operating under a total state of disillusionment right now. I'm gonna be honest, I guess that I just forgot what I had done or something. I'm not really too sure what my thought process was right there, but I did waste a bunch of time, so that's enjoyable. Oh hell, something bad's gonna happen. Yep. Oh, and they're fast. And they always poison you. If there's one thing I love, it's always being poisoned. Or diseased. I don't really have like much to go off right here. I mean, we only have 2 characters. And one of my... oh, I think we could probably save the mana here. Since we're already diseased anyways. We'll just soak the mana. What is that? The Gauntlets of Valor. Cool. Are those 15 as well? Yeah! That protection level is getting up pretty high. Although you already had 12. Let's ditch those because obviously we don't need them anymore. Obviously, once again, using that word, which has become my go-to word apparently for... that is my word, I guess. I think I'm going to undo this switch back here, though, before we come back. Because... I don't think closing that gate benefited me in the way that I think it did. But we'll deal with it in a second. So let's go ahead and open this up. This is, I think it's probably going to open up a receptacle. Oh, and a bunch of ice dragons. Okay, run away. Oh no. I may have made a mistake just now. It's okay, we got health potions. This is what health potions were invented for. I know we've almost... Ah, that thing moved in super quick. That thing jumped in faster than lickety-split. Damn. Okay. Well, let me get some shurikens in here so at least I can do something from the back row. Stop that. Fumbling is not an acceptable option right now. Okay, so... we got everything back right there. I'm gonna close this. I should have... if I had thought about it a little quicker, I could have... potentially gotten away with something, but let's go ahead. We're gonna rest for a minute, then we'll go back. We'll check the alcove that all those monsters spawned out of. If we're diseased, it should fall off a lot quicker than poison does, in my experience. Oh shit! No, don't. What the hell? Okay. Okay, so we're down another character, I guess. I don't know how he did it. Go all the way around, maybe. It may have gone all the way around the backside. Becoming problematic. We've got plenty of potion reagents for... and I didn't mean to do that. We've got plenty of potion reagents for... oh, they don't drop food anymore either. That's fun. Okay. We need to come up with some kind of plan to make this all stop. So he's poisoned. He's okay, though. God. I'm a little bit terrified. I'm not sure how the lizard got in. Not sure how the lizard got in. Hold on. It must have gone around. That's the only guess that I have. Trying to find a safe place to rest. One that I like. Anyways, we'll go right here. That gives us enough room to maneuver if we get attacked again, and hopefully... it sucks that she got one-shotted. That's a problem. She's one of my main damage dealers. Alright, well... once again, no crying over spilt adventurers, I guess. But this does put us in a spot where potentially... we could find ourselves in a combat that we simply can't handle right now. So let's go have a look and see how this rearranged the battlefield for us. Yeah, so there's the receptacle thingy. So we've got to figure out how to time this properly. Looks like there's a mole jerky down here. Oh. Randolph being wimpy as usual. Let's go back over here, and we've got to time this properly. So this is the one right here, and unfortunately we got to do like a little... did I make it? No, you got to do it way earlier than that, I guess. Got to keep the clicker in the same spot too, so that we can get the button on. Oh, did I do it? Okay. Apparently I did it. That does not sound pleasing, the inner sanctum. Does the inner sanctum perchance have a crystal in it that I could like get my adventurers back? The gaps between crystals get really large at the end of the game, to the point where honestly I might have to load a save if we end up in a spot that we can't beat with two characters. I need a crystal very, very badly right now. Like, for example, if they trap me up in here, it would be very, very bad. Something is definitely coming. I have no idea. I'm afraid to go in though, or to lock me in, and I only have two characters, and I really, really, really don't want to load a save. What the hell is that? Nah, I'm good. Okay. We appear to have made a friend. Oh, and good, he has a zappy shield. That's fun. Oh, he can't be hurt. He can't be hurt. We have a problem. And I think I've trapped myself. I went the wrong way. I went the way that I should not have gone. Ow. Okay. Alright. I get your point. I see you. Oh, I think I might be trapped. Hold on. We'll figure it out in a minute, but... seriously. Can they not be hurt? Like, what the hell, man? I may have to load a save. I don't think we can handle this without a full party. And since they've deemed us unworthy of another crystal for so long, that's really kind of a dirty trick, because if you saved improperly on this, you would actually not be able to continue your game. Like, you would have to restart the game entirely. Yeah, I don't think there's, like... well, that hurt him. I mean, I think the dismantler damage gets him. Assuming you get the proc you want. Oh, no, maybe his shield's down. I don't know. Step back over here, douche. I think if I can trap his AI right here, we might be okay. And down that hallway, I thought I saw a crystal, so that might work out. Pretty sure I got out of the way of that one, but whatever. Not gonna argue about it too much. I've got him trapped inside an AI loop right now, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. And we'll just fight him back one by one. Oh, he finally decided to advance. Okay. Which way you gonna go, buddy? And there it is, 1,000 XP for number 1. God. Okay, so Hedgerow Hank definitely has a task in front of him. Where's the other one? Better question, does it even matter? Well, there's one right there. I think they've just got like a certain amount of energy shield. Yeah, I think they've just got an energy shield. If we can get occasional dismantler damage, I won't complain. Hey, do what you're gonna do, pal. You're not gonna hit me. I'm definitely not gonna allow that to happen. I'm 100% not going to get hit by anything you have right now. Drink that real fast. I mean, the room is glowing. Means there's gotta be a crystal, right? Oh man, what a dirty trick. What a dirty, evil trick. I may have to reload a save and like work my way back here. So that's gonna turn like a... God. Oh my god, more... Why? Why, developers? Why? Why? Why did you do this to me? Why? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break off the episode right here. And I guess I will play this for the remainder of the night, trying to figure out if there's a crystal around anywhere, or if I can get back to the one on the previous floor, which is not actually looking very accessible. In which case, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Legend of Grimrock. If I got trapped down here with one character and there's no crystal, then what I'll end up doing is I'll reload a save, I'll keep everybody alive, and I'll run back all the way to this part right here, and then we'll just start back and I'll be like, yeah, the game was basically over for us if we didn't go get the other, if we didn't reload a save. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. I'll see y'all later. Take care, everybody. Hi-do.